Sir, from classroom, you can continue, sir.
Now you are able to see. కనబడుతుందా మీకు అని అడుగుతున్నా.
Okay, sir. Now okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for confirmation.
Muted.
Okay guys, so I think from today we don't face any connectivity issues as such because I'm using my machine to connect it, so hopefully we don't see any major problem connectivity issue. So yeah, probably okay, fine. So let me start recording. Okay, so let's get started with today's session. Okay, so I'll start with the set qualification one today, and then we'll see some more things. So as is a new one, right? So I'm just reading up like the folders. Okay, fine. So yesterday, I mean, yeah, it was like very disturbing, but yeah, hopefully for throughout our course we should be good now. So yesterday we just started with the report filter types. So what we have done basically is we just came here and then we started with say attribute qualification. So using this attribute qualification, we discussed we can qualify on ID form, or else we can qualify on descriptive form, or else on the elements. So whenever you want to apply condition on attribute, you come to attribute qualification, and in the attribute qualification, so just you click on this particular browse and then right, so just go here and then just try to add a condition like whatever condition you want. Then after this, based on the qualify on, so if you look at qualify on, you have elements, you have ID, and then you have description. So under this particular elements, whenever you choose elements, then you have operator as in list and not in list. So wherein this particular in list, you click on add, it is going to show up all the elements of the region. Elements means the values of the region. So whatever values regions has at the database, right? So all that particular values, it is going to show up. From this particular elements, whichever element you want to choose, right, you can just drag and drop it. And similarly, if you don't want certain thing, for which instead of in list, you make use of not in list. And apart from that, instead of elements, you can also apply condition on ID. So yesterday I discussed in the database level, you'll have two different columns, one ID and then one description. But whereas when it comes to MicroStrategy, you're going to combine ID and description into a single attribute. So whenever you're creating an attribute, you're going to combine ID and descriptive into a single attribute. So once you combine that into a single attribute, so you can apply either on ID form or else on the descriptive form. So whenever it is ID form, system is going to consider ID means always numeric, system always considers numeric, and it shows all the list of operators which can be applied on the ID. So this is null, is not null we'll discuss in tomorrow's session. So you have ID, and then if you look at this number, so whenever on number whatever operators we can apply equal to, which is exactly in list. If you have a group of values, you go for in list, not in list. When you want to exclude a group of value, between you want to apply certain range of values, greater than, so you want any value greater than that value, greater than equal to, similarly less than equal to, different from not equal to, not between. I mean, if that doesn't lie between that range, you want to get those particular values of ID. On similar lines, you get into descriptive. So descriptive system considers either as numeric or textual. So whenever it is numeric, you can apply till not between. And whenever it is textual, you can just use this one. Begins with like, contain, end with, does not end with, not like, does not contain, does not end with. So I can use all other specific operators here. Right. So this is what we discussed, I mean, yesterday. So you have any questions with the attribute qualification? So I'll just take it up there, and then except is null, is not null. So that probably we'll just make it tomorrow, as we just try to cover like a rest of the, I mean, rest means at least one or two other types of filters today. So any questions on the attribute qualification? Anyone? So guys, please respond. Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for the input. So moving on to the next stuff. So we'll just try to understand. So when we use this particular set qualification, so under set qualification, so once you get in, it will ask you to have this particular metric. Means whenever you want to apply condition on metric, you just come over here and then choose the type as metric, and then it will ask you here, choose a metric, means which metric you want to apply condition. So once you click on this particular browse here, it shows all the list of metrics listed here, and from this particular list you can choose any metric on which you want to apply condition. Say for example, I want to apply condition on profit. So on profit, what I have basically is I have different functions there. In the attribute, as I have the forms like ID, descriptive and elements, whereas when you come to metric, here you have a function. Under function you have metric value, rank, and then the percentage. And similarly you have operators, again the same list of operators what we discussed yesterday, because whenever it is a metric, system considers that to be a number, hence it shows all the list of operators that can be applied on the numbers. So we'll take an example, then come back to the filter, then create it, apply on the report, and then do some examples. Okay, so under this I just come here and then I want to create a new report, for which just get to new, and within that, so just select report, then click OK. Once you click OK, so just try to place any specific attributes or metrics you want on the report. So I want, say for example, go to geography. Under geography, so just select region and then select, say for example, employee region. You do have employee, then metrics, then sales metric, and for an example I want profit, and then I do want revenue assume. And then let's try to understand first what data we have in our database. So this is a complete data. For this particular report, I haven't applied any condition yet. So it is going to give me all regions, all the list of employees, what is their total profit, total revenue. So total I have 34 employees which are split across 8 different regions. And if you look at this particular values here, so I could see a value as like 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, some values even less than 50,000, or some less than even 1 lakh, then some greater than 3 lakhs and so on basically. So this is what you see, a different range of value, because first before applying a condition you should know what value it holds actually. So if I just come over here and then I apply some condition, say greater than say 10,000, profit greater than 10,000, so it doesn't make sense because you'll get all the rows, you'll get all the rows. So whenever you want to restrict the data, you want to restrict the data to be retrieved, you should also know, I mean, what are the possible values in that column? What are the possible values in that column? Here, namely, you want to apply condition on profit or apply condition on revenue. So on the same lines, right, if you look here, less than 1 lakh basically means for the profit it's fine. You have some values less than 1 lakh. But when you look at revenue, right, you don't see any value less than 1 lakh. So whenever you apply condition on revenue, right, so if you provide less than 1 lakh, you again get the total number of rows itself. So before you apply any condition, the first thing you need to understand is what values it is going to contain. Okay, so I'm going to apply condition on attribute. So attribute contains what values and what elements, in other words, what elements, on which elements I have to apply condition. So that clarity you need to have prior creating the filter, Similarly, you want to apply condition on revenue profit. So you need to understand what is that value that column is having. So based on that only you can apply a condition. So just don't blindly create any condition. First check the data, what data you have, and based on the data, what is your requirement? How do you want to restrict? So you should know the business requirement. What is the business client expecting? So based on that, you are going to restrict the data. So in that particular case, so what I want is, I want values say which are less than 1 lakh. I want to list down all the employees whose values are less than 1 lakh. So that is my condition. So I want to apply condition on profit. What should be my condition? Very simple, less than 1 lakh. So how do we apply it? And then just look at this one, total 34 rows we have. And then I'm just saving this particular thing. So I want to find out, say for example, say employee list, say for example, less than, or employee list wherein the profit less than, say for example, 1 lakh. So this is my criteria. So just save this. So once you do it, so just go to your filters. Under filters, simply right click, then go to new. Within this new, so which object I want to create? I want to create filter. Then it shows up empty filter. Just select this, click OK. Then a filter editor gets opened up. Then just simply double click on this. So once you double click on this, so the first one on an attribute, but our requirement is we want to apply condition based on profit less than 1 lakh. So whenever your condition is on metric, so instead of first type, you need to come to the second type, that is a set qualification. So just come over here and then click on OK. So once you do it, so metric, then you have choose a metric. So which metric you want to apply condition? So I want to apply condition on profit. So it shows all the list of folders which are present under metrics. So from this one, so just navigate to the metric which you want to apply condition. So I want to apply on profit, for which I am getting to sales metric. Under the sales metric, to apply condition on profit, just select this one and OK. So once you do it, profit, and then the function value means the values of the profit, that is perfect. And what was our condition? Our condition was to list out the employees which are less than 1 lakh, for which I'm just applying a condition less than. So all of the things whatever you have seen yesterday, so less than, between, all this are same. So less than and then I'm keying in the value. So 100,000, 10,000, and then a 1 lakh. So just once you apply, save this one. So this is your, so provide a proper naming so that once you open this, right, you need to understand. So when you have 10 filters, you need to understand which filter is doing what by looking at the name itself, So I just go to my report, and in order to apply condition, right, so just don't run it, because again it goes to database. So that is bad practice. So instead you want to run after applying condition, for which just right click and then get to edit. Edit will just take you to the design view. You click on run, it will run, goes to data warehouse, brings the data, then displays the data in the grid view. So hence, what is a good practice means, don't run it. Click on edit, and then once you get into edit, so just you want to apply a filter condition, go to public objects. Under public objects, just select filters, demo filters. Simply just select this one, drag and drop into your report filter definition. So any report filter you create, the same process. You create it, then you need to navigate to the path, then either double click on this, even double click is going to work, or else you can just drag and drop. So either of these things are fine actually. So once you do it, so then now just try to run this report. So once you run it, so look at this particular thing. So I got a list of 16 employees who have generated profit less than 1 lakh. Then probably I just look at various stats, and then basically as a higher management, they'll take certain decision. That is fine. So this is what the list basically. Now a condition has been applied on the profit. So apart from that, so now what else you require is, so few more things. So just try to understand here. So what is my requirement now is, so this is greater than, greater than, less than, all these things are pretty straightforward, so which you can just apply based on the requirement. But my requirement is, in my total list of employees, I want to retrieve top 10 employees. So I don't want this employees. Instead, I want bottom 10, or else I want the top 10. So either of this requirement, I want either bottom 10 or else top 10. So that is my requirement. So in order to achieve that requirement, so again I get to that view, just tell me basically what changes I have to do there. So for which I don't edit this one. So always whenever we are doing practicals, guys, don't try to edit your filter or edit your report. You can do it, but again, so what is the best practice is, you try to create multiple filters, then multiple reports. Once you are comfortable, right, then you can just modify it. But further starting say week or 10 days, right, what is my request is, don't try to modify this. So instead try to create it, so that you get used to this tool, because you are putting some X, Y, Z you work, right? So in order to, at least, you need to satisfy the minimum thing, right? So at least for that, you should know how to navigate between this. So on that lines, don't try to modify, always try to create new objects. There is no restriction on the space here. So just double click here and then go to set qualification, so that you can just browse all the things, which will be a good startup for you. So just go to sales metric, under the sales metric profit. So just try to understand here. So what is an operator, I have to use it. Say for example, exactly, and then I type like this 10. So is this the correct condition? If I place this on my report basically, so what do you feel? Is it going to fetch me top 10 employees based on the profit? Yes or no?
Unmuted.
No.
No, it doesn't fetch. Okay. Then what it will fetch? This condition, if I apply on a report, then what result it is going to give me? It may not run. Okay, fine. Let's
No
see
demo.
that as well. So your doubt, so I'm just saving this one. So this is, what is the condition I've given? Profit less than, oh sorry. So it was exactly 10. So if I apply this on report, profit equal to 10, may not run, no. Okay, so when I run now that report, right? Okay, fine. So let me run a report now. So just select this. The attributes, in the attributes, I'm getting to geography, then place employee, then matrices, sales metric, profit. Okay, instead of region, let me place employee, the lower one. Right, so then I want to apply condition. To apply condition, go to public objects, select your filter, then where you have placed your filters, demo filter, profit exactly 10. So now look at here, and it becomes now very simple to tell. If I run this report, what will be my result? So may not run is one thing. I've got it, profit equal to 10. So others, what do you feel? Guys, you have to talk, you have to be, very interactive, shows first 10 results. Okay, how about others? So without you being interactive, right? Now rows will be fetched. No rows will be fetched. No rows will be fetched. Okay. So request for everyone who is attending online. So just type in, unmute yourself and then just talk, because going forward, these are the basic starting sessions we are having. So if you don't interact much, then the purpose, the thing, okay, course is completed, but okay, how much percentage I know, that again matters actually. Okay, I understood 20%, I understood 40%, that's it. So you want to understand something 70%, you need to be interactive in the class. So not just, probably, okay, seeing this particular screen and then doing your work, actually, that doesn't help actually. So this something, just consider as important, you, this 1.5 hour, whatever time you are spending, right? So just try to concentrate here and then just be interactive. So then only, it keeps me motivated to tell. Okay, I just expect that from the next question, whatever I'm asking. So at least for every question I ask, I expect minimum 5 results. So then only I'll just get started. So how much delay you want, you can do it. So it is up in your hands now. Okay, so now basically whenever you run this particular report, right? So in this particular lines, it checks a profit equal to 10. For any employee is a profit 10. That's the reason I've shown the values initially for you. So I've shown you the employee and then the corresponding profit as well. So did you see any employee where the profit exactly 10?
No.
I've shown you 34 employees list, right? Was any employee profit was exactly 10?
No.
No. Then what will be the answer now when I run this report?
No data found.
No data found. Perfect. Good. So when you just run it, the same thing. The report returns no data. Please check your report or view filter condition. So as part of your condition, so there is none of the row that has met, and hence it has given you the empty result. So now I just save this. Okay. So this is, say for example, my requirement is, is to get top 10 employees, but now the condition I've given is incorrect basically. So I just save this and then I just go to filters, and then in the filters, so just simply right click and again try to create a new one to get that condition. So just, you can modify that as well, but again for you to practice, I'm just creating up new filters. So just go here and then select your profit, and then instead of exactly, so if I give greater than, say for example 10, is this going to work to list top 10 employees based on the profit?
No.
No or yes? Metric value greater than 10.
No, sir.
No. So what it does basically, it is going to fetch all 34 employees. The reason is every employee has profit greater than 10. Every employee has profit greater than 10. So then it is going to fetch all 34 employees. Similarly, less than means it doesn't, so less than you provide, still it doesn't work. All these things are not going to work. Hence, if you look at this particular function here, right, instead of metric value, you look here. So whenever you see this drop down, what does that indicates is it has multiple values, not one value. So if you look at the first one, you look at this one, or you look the top here, right? So all these things has multiple. If it has only single, then you don't see that drop down. So now instead of function, what is that I need to do is I need to go for rank. So you, instead of metric value, right, you have another function. What is that function? Rank. So once you have rank, right, say for example I give like this, rank exactly 10. So rank means everyone knows what is the rank. So you hear from like a long time, right? So what I am telling is, say for example, this is on my ranking. I am applying on my ranking assume. This particular ranking on, I am just applying on the profit. Fine. So just save this. And then I just go to my reports. In my reports, opened up a different report. Okay. So just go to this report. And in this report, I'm just removing my other filter condition. Then go to public objects, filters, demo filters, under which ranking on profit. So if I run this report, how many rows I'll get? My condition you have seen, right? So this is my condition where rank of profit exactly 10. So having this condition, my report is going to pull how many rows is the question. 10 rows. No rows will be fetched. Oh, sorry, I was looking at a old one. 10 rows, 10 rows. Couple of answers as 10, 10. How about others? 10. 10. Oh, majority with 10. Fine. Let me ask you now one question. So, fine. So one person says wrong. All don't go with that, right? So I said 10 is incorrect. Then what is correct answer? Treat that condition. Very simple English. That's it. 10th rank. 10th rank means how many rows? 1. Yeah, perfect. So it fetches only 1 because just now or yesterday also we discussed whenever it is exactly right, so only 1, and a person with rank, right, 10 can be only 1 person. So hence whenever you run this, just let's try to see. So run this. Say what, Michael Bates, only one particular employee because he is, let's say, the top 10th employee, right? So he's a top 10th employee. So you get only one employee. So now in order to get all 10 employees, right? So what is that you need to do basically is you need to go to your thing, basically change slight condition. That's it. So just go over here. So exactly means only one. So what you can do is, one way around is you can just give like this. Say for example 1 and then say 10. So profit rank between 1 and 10. So once you provide a condition like this, right? Alright, so it is going to give 10 values, yes or no? Yesterday I said between means 1 and then even 10 are inclusive. So does it give the same result? Top 10 ranks, or it doesn't give? So just try to run this. Look at this. you could see top 10 employees. These are the top 10 employees. If you look at the row count here, it shows 10. But now this particular report, if you look, okay, you got top 10 employees, but it is sorted on employee. So when you get top 10, right, it makes more sense when that particular values are sorted on profit. Highest value first, second highest second, or like least value first, second least second, and so on. So in order to do sorting on profit, simply just select that particular column, right click, and once you do it, right, so just go to an option, sort rows by this column, and then either ascending or else descending. So just select it. Ascending means small to big, big to small means descending, so just do it. So once you do it, so this is the highest value, second highest, third highest. So this is the 10th value. Just now in our previous report we have seen. Then probably just remember probably sixth is Mary. Okay, fine. So just remember this one. So the same thing between operator you can use it, or else the other way you can do is the same requirement. There are like specially two different operators that has been designed for this purpose. So whenever we use rank, right, so in that particular thing we use this one, top and then bottom. So these two operators we use exclusively for the rank option, rank, and then probably for the percentage, but percentage we don't use mostly in most of the reporting. So whenever you go for ranking, so majority 9 out of 10 conditions will be based on the top and bottom, top and the bottom. So top 10 is going to give the same result. If you want to find out, I mean you want to test it, so just look at this one, rank top 10. Instead of between, I've used top operator, that's it. So once you go to this one and then just try to run your report, so you just see the same result over here displayed. So if you look at this one, so this is a 10th employee, and then I've asked you to remember 6th one maybe, and then this is a top person. Okay, so this is how you're going to, I mean, use that particular whenever you see top ranking, bottom ranking. That is very common condition. I want to find out top n, bottom n. To get top n, bottom n, so you just come to rank and then choose operator accordingly, top and bottom. Right, so you choose these operators, and based on that you are going to apply the condition. You want bottom 10, so just instead of top, then provide that bottom condition, apply to any report, and then just try to run this. That's it. So once you execute, then you can see these are the list of top 10. If you look 31,000, then 78, right? So from here you can understand these are the top, I mean bottom 10 employees. I remember an employee made more than, doesn't come, please check. So that was revenue, Kiran. It is not like profit. So the profit, whatever maximum value you are seeing, right, so the profit maximum value you are seeing is for this employee itself. Sorry, I mean I have to check my condition, so just go there, or let me show you. Okay, so you have that out. Very simple to clarify or like validate that specific thing is, so just go to profit, ranking on profit, instead of bottom, let me do one thing, top, and then say top 10. Instead of that you want, I mean a person, so in that case, okay, let me show you top 5, so you can easily, I mean identify that values. So just do me, I mean let me do that. So this is my report wherein that condition has been applied. So you see top 10 employees and there is a value. So look at this Walker Robert. So in order to clarify your query, right, so just without applying filter, you can just run your report. That's it. So that gives you answer. So just go to attributes, and under attributes go to employee, and then just go to metrics, and then sales metric, and then select your profit, and then just click on run. So once you run, just come over here, then you can just sort rows by descending. So if you look at this one, this is a person who is having the highest one. So whatever you have seen is for revenue. So that's the reason. Okay, so just, I mean, yeah, you need to see values, and then Based on that, you need to get a lot of questions from there only. You can test a lot of things. Okay. So fine on like that rank top bottom, what is that means basically? So that is a very common thing, top and bottom condition we use in most of the filter condition. Now my requirement is a different thing. So what is my requirement now? Just try to focus here. Say report, just go over here with the same combination. So I'm asking you one question. So just try to focus on the question and try to understand the question. So we'll just create the result. So sales metric and then profit. So just try to run this report. So once you execute this report, now you're seeing, say for example, 8 different regions, and then you see like list of employees and then list of profit. Fine. So to this, basically what I am doing is I'm applying whatever condition, right, we have created just now. So let me go there. So to my filters, under filters, demo filters, under that ranking on profit, just run my report. And once you run, you could see only 3 regions basically. You are not able to see the other 5 regions. So and then the answer is very obvious. The reason basically is we have provided to get data for top 5 employees, and the top 5 employees belongs to only these 3 regions. By looking at that, right, blindly I say one thing is in my Northeast, my sales are very good because I see from top 5, 3 employees are from Northeast region only. That is fine. But what is my requirement basically is, my requirement is I don't want like this. So in each of the region, I want to, promote, whoever employee is a top contributor, right? I want to get in each region who is my top contributor employee so that I can think about promotion, hikes, whatever. So on that lines, I want to get here all eight regions, and then corresponding from that particular thing, say for example, let me tell you. So by removing the filter, I'll explain you the condition. So just try to focus, run this report, have a central. The central is having 4 different employees, from which 2,59,485 is the highest value, which is Mary's. So when I run my report for central, I need to get only one employee. This is the highest contributor. Under Mid-Atlantic, you have this many, right? So under which I see a value of like 1,59,000 as highest. So this particular 1,59,000, I need to get only one row. Similar the case with Northeast, Northwest, South, Southwest. I want to get 8 regions and the corresponding who is a top contributor. Who is a top contributor? So what I want is basically region wise top employee based on the profit. So this is my requirement. So clear everyone on the requirement. So what is our requirement? So I need to get 8 regions, in each region who is a top employee, and then what is their corresponding profit. So everyone clear on question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now basically now let's try to see how we can get that result actually. So in order to get that result, I'm just getting to filter, and in that filter, so just go to empty filter, double click here, just go to say a set qualification, then profit, and what I'm doing basically is here instead of metric value I'm switching to rank. Instead of exactly I'm moving top and then 1 and then click OK. So is this particular condition going to give me the desired result or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Sure. We need rank equal to 1 by region. Okay. So that good as per SQL, that's perfect. But now whether this result is going to give me this condition is going to give me the condition or not on region. Okay. So should I apply condition on region? Then so filter, double click, attribute qualification, browse here. Should I apply condition on region a separate attribute means? Okay, we'll see it basically. We'll just come back here and see that specific thing. Okay, so just go to filters, that's fine. And then if I run this report by applying that filter condition, so here I don't have one, right? So I just go to public objects, filters, demo filters, top contributors, right? If I place this one, I mean, what will be the result? You said like a lot of people disagreed, like we don't get the desired result. But when I run this report, right? So what will you get then? You want to see the condition? You can just see it. You can just double click here. So this is your condition. So for this specific thing, right? So what is that you are going to get? The result set. When I run my report, what will be the output do you think you'll be getting? Only top one. How about others? One row. Okay, perfect. So that is correct. So perfect. So you get only one row, whichever is the highest value. If you look at the same thing, Robert with 5,83,000, we have seen this is the highest value. So good. So this is the highest value. That's perfect. So just save this one. Fine. Now, whatever like as per SQL, Kiran has provided equal to 1 by region. So basically in SQL, right, you need to write like I mean the complex query or a condition basically. But in case of the tool, right, everything will be a simple option. So just try to see this one, top contributors. So just go here and then say for example, here if I write 8, will I get that result? Rank top 8. Will I get the desired result? 8 regions, corresponding employees, the corresponding profit. So no, we don't get it. Okay, fine. So today, I mean, what happened? Everyone is saying correct answers. So you don't get it. Okay, perfect. Now, basically, the rank top 1, right? So just try to understand here. So in my central region, I have 4 employees. Between that 4 employees, it has to apply this condition, rank top 1. And when you go to Mid-Atlantic had 7 employees. So what it has to do? Again, it has to apply the same condition, rank top 1 for Mid-Atlantic region. Same rank top 1 again for Northeast, Northwest. For every region, this condition has to be repeated. This condition has to be repeated for each and every region. So in order to have that, right, so what you can do basically is, so at this particular option here, so you can see an option here, right, a breakpoint. So the same condition, if you want to repeat across each and every attribute element, in our case region elements, each and every region, so what we need to do is, just you need to select this breakpoint, click on this particular breakpoint, and then on which attribute we want to, I mean, repeat this condition means as per this requirement, it is region. So just go to geography. Under the geography, select region, then click OK. Once again click OK. Then simply save and close. That's it. So once you do it, now let's try to see our result. Oh, this is an incorrect report. So once you run this report where you have applied that condition, so if you look at this one, so you see exactly the row size 8, all 8 regions got displayed. And if you look, the first 2 values we have already seen. Mary is a lady, she has 259, that we have already seen. And the second one also we have seen 1,59,000 value. So from that what we can say is this particular report is fetching the correct value or the desired value. So in each region you want to get the bottom one, just instead of top you need to put bottom and then make use of a break by. So whenever you want to restart your condition across each and every attribute, right? So in that particular scenario, what you can do is you can make use of breakback option. You can make use of a breakback option. So once you apply this condition, so generally you go with rank only. So in case of rank, so majorly you make use of the breakback option as well. So if you want to restart this condition across any attribute element, then you need to make use of a breakby option. So this is again important thing. For most of the conditions you make use of a breakby, right? And apart from that, I mean, like couple of things basically. So I'm just getting into say new filter, then click OK, and then same thing under the set qualification. So just go here, just browse a metric. Again I'm just browsing the same thing, and then basically so instead of metric value you had say for example rank, and similar lines you have percentage. So in case of percentage also you have like moreover the similar operators, but what is this particular percentage basically we don't use mostly, but still again we have that, and then we'll be learning that basically. So what is that percentage means? So basically say for example we have for example total 34 employees assume for a minute. So what system considers is whatever number it is, that n number, system considers that as 100%. So if it has say for example 250 for example, so then also it considers that 100%. So the total value, whatever the total value it has, right, it is going to consider that as a 100%. And from that particular 100%, say for example I want to get bottom 50% employees, top 10% employees, or like top 25% employees, top 50% employees, right? So in that particular case you make use of that one. So what it does basically is the 34 employees it is going to get as 100%. So whenever I put say I want top 50% employees, top 50% employees, so what it does basically is it is going to say for example, so 100 means 34. So when I say 50%, right, so it is going to make that one as 17 employees. So whenever you run your report, you get whoever is in top 17 based on your operator, you select here top or bottom. So this is what I mean, percentage you don't use mostly, but just remember. So if you have 10,000 values, it considers that 10,000 as 100%, out of which I want 25%. So it brings up top 2,500. If you give bottom, then it brings a bottom 2,500. So this is where you make use of a percentage operator. But mostly out of 10, I mean, metrics you create, right? So I mean the filter condition you create on metrics. So mostly you'll be using metric value and then the rank, and at times you use rank in combination with breakback, and apart from that, basically yesterday and then on the first session as well, there were like a couple of persons asked, can we apply multiple conditions? Can we apply say multiple conditions to the report? So yes, we can apply say multiple conditions to the report. So just try to focus here now. I'm creating, as we didn't, this is a new system, we didn't have any filter. I'm creating one filter or couple of filters on attribute qualification assume. So add an attribute qualification. So just select this one, go to geography, select region, click on add. So whatever conditions you want, south, southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, I want all these elements to be included. Then I've chosen in list, click OK, then this one. So these are my, say for example, I provide this is my region filter which is containing south and north regions, fine. And then similarly I want to create one more condition assume. Say for example, just go to filter, then just get here and then just double click here, add an attribute qualification. So just browse here. I want to apply on products. Just go to category, click on add. I want only electronics and then I want music. Only two elements. Fine. Just select this. Click OK. This is my category with electronics and say for example music. So I'm just creating few filters. So I want you expect you also to create multiple filters using multiple reports wherein you can use more than one also. That is where we are getting now. So just go there, attribute qualification. So just browse here. Say for example year, then click on add 2011, 2012, select that, click OK, then just save this one. So with year as 2011, 22. Okay, fine. So I just applied that condition, then save it. Okay, so this you have like multiple filters assume. So on this you need to know, I mean, which is having what. Okay, this is having a rank as top 5. Fine. So you want to use more than one filter on a single report. As I said earlier, you can apply n number of filters, but once you apply, right, you need to know, okay, for your condition whether there is any data or not. You need to just ensure, you need to validate your data, for which what I am doing basically is, so just go to attributes and then just place some particular column here, say for example region, and then employee, then metrics, then sales metric, and then profit. I've just placed it. Fine. I run my report. So these are the values you are seeing. Basically what I am doing is, to this particular report, just try to focus here now. Go to attributes, sorry, public objects, filters, demo filters, and then what I am doing basically is region in south and north. Now this is one filter. Don't try to add 5 filters at a time and then run report once. Add once, one filter, run it, see whatever you are getting right is correct or not. Then try to add another one. Try to add another one. So always just don't try to add multiple at one time. So first thing, instead of 8 regions, now I'm able to see 5 regions: northeast, northwest, south, southeast, and southwest basically. Fine, perfect. So now I just get to this design view, and then what I do basically is, I want basically in this region, fine, but I want to see only say top only, for which just okay, first thing, try to look at the count here. 21 is a count. Then what I am doing is I'm adding one more condition. So one is on attribute, the other one is on a metric. So region south north, and then ranking on profit. So you want to see it rank top 5. Fine. So how many rows you will get it if I run this report? So very simple, straightforward answer, that's it. First it evaluates the first filter condition, and then the second condition whatever you have given, and between that there is a logical operator AND. So if I run this report, what do you think? What do you assume will be the number of reports that will be number of rows that will be displayed? Only one. 5. Okay. So how about others? 1 row. Okay. Some more inputs. What is a profit condition? Profit is top 5, rank top 5. So 1, 2, 3. I have heard from 3. So I'm waiting for a couple of more. 1, 5, 5. So So until other two answers right, I'm not going to continue. I'll just hold. Less than 5 if they belongs to south and north regions. Like one more thing, 4 I got 4 inputs. If we get one input, we'll try to run and then see the reason. So all others, like I mean, I see a lot of other persons like Vinay, Vamshi, Tarun, Surya, right, Pradeep, Manogna, Divya, a lot of other persons. I'm expecting answers. I got a reply from 4. If that's the case, like probably daily we'll have half an hour class and half an hour I have to wait for your inputs only. If you want to test, okay, he waits for 5 minutes, then he'll answer. No, I mean, I'm not the person who is going to do that. So Vamshi says 10. How about Pradeep? Like, what is your answer, Pradeep? Less than 5. Okay. And how about Tarun? What do you feel? But listening class or just you have logged in and then signed out? Tarun, then Manogna, what is your answer? Okay. I mean, seriously feel like some people just joining and then disconnecting, not sure like what is the reason. And let me do that probably. Fine. Okay, fine. So let's try to run this and then try to see from there. So just click on this run, and once you click on run, so you see 5 basically, which lot of people said correctly. So what it does basically is very simple. First, it is going to run this condition, means from that all things, right? Or it's simple, let me do this. Remove this, try to run this. So the initial condition is going to fetch this many rows. Now this is the result set, means earlier 8 regions, from 8 regions we have applied a condition so that from 8 regions the report rate will show a subset as 5 regions. On this top of this 5 regions we are applying condition to get top 5. We are applying condition on the first one, means this is the result set. On this particular result set, it is going to apply the top 5 condition. It is going to apply the top 5 condition, for which, right, basically you just get to design view. Once you apply the top 5 on that result set, what it is doing is it is going to apply that 5, and then once you run it, then it is going to show you the result. Then it is going to show you the result. So this is what you get it basically. Alright, so fine, clear, like Wi-Fi, others, I mean, who are like with other answers, right? So you understood, right? So when you have multiple, basically it is going to check first condition. On top of that, it is going to apply the second condition and so on. Similarly, say for example, now just try to see, very simple question. Try to understand here. I run this report. I could see a data like this. Just try to remember the row count 21. And if you look at this one, the first value, at least first value, the first employee over here, Sandra, with profit as 93,100. Sandra with profit as 93,100. So once you have this particular value here, right, so in that specific lines, so just go to design view and then try to apply another filter. Just try to look at this condition here, region south and north, then year 2011-2012. So if I run this report, we can easily say how many rows we'll get it. So what do you feel basically? So how many rows we'll get for this if I run this report? This is even simpler when compared to the previous one. No, not 4. Just think it's very simple. 2 rows, no. So let's see who will get that correct number. 4 is incorrect, 2 is incorrect, 21 is perfect. So I'll get 21. Right, so I agree with 21. How about the profit value? Will it be 90,000 or will it be some other value apart from 90,000? The profit value, will it be 90,000 for the first employee, whatever we have seen, or do you feel there will be, a difference in that value? Difference, yes. Then that value will be high or it will be low. Means 90,000, greater than 90,000, less than 90,000. Okay, fine. Forget about this for a minute, which everyone said incorrectly. Let me stop here. Simple. When I don't have this, let me try to run it. 21 things. Look at the value here, 93,100. So this is the employee profit for all 3 years. The employee profit for all 3 years. Okay. To get that, let me do one thing. So just it is simple aptly, that's it, nothing tough here, right? Only the way we think, right? So that is important. So I'm just adding year for year before that condition. Let me do that. So just try to run this. So in 2010, Sandra 25,000, and the same Sandra in 2011 33,000, and same Sandra in 2012 it is 34,000. All this 34,000 summing up with 33,000 plus 25,000 is bringing you a value of 93,000. Is bringing a value of 93,000, because when I run here I don't have year, I don't have category. So in that case it is going to give me data for all 3 years. So now what I'm doing is, I don't want data for all years in the project. Instead, so I want to filter out only for two conditions. So just remember, whenever you add filter, it is going to decrease, never it is going to increase. So be it here, you applied it from 34, 21 rows came in. You applied this, just try to look at this value. Run this. Report is executing, 21 rows is correct answer, but look at the value here, 67. The reason is it is going to exclude your 2010 data. So that's the reason it is showing up 67. Agree everyone? Good. Hello. So everyone fine with the answer, whatever is displayed, it will be lower. But everyone agree?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, fine. So now moving on to design view, very simple thing. If you don't tell this, there is no point. Just try to see here now. I'm just trying to add one more condition here. Just drag this, then drop here and run this report. So how many rows? First thing. Same to 81 rows. Okay, then the value, will it be 67,000 or it will be different? Different, higher or lower? Lower, because now it sums not for 4 categories. Instead, it sums for 2 categories. So just try to run this. Now if you look 56, because now it is just summing up electronics and then the music one. Hence it is showing from 67, it is showing 56. Because electronics has major share, so that's the reason only less value has been decreased here. Fine, good, perfect. So now, okay, so one last thing for the day, for a couple of minutes, I'll just complete it. So just, I'm removing it. I have one filter, fine, perfect. This is, I've created, right? So to check, say, for the multiple conditions. So now I just save this. Now try to concentrate here, guys. Again, I require an input from you. So just go to filter and then empty filter, and within that filter just double click here, add an attribute qualification. So just browse here and then basically, right, I'm just getting to region, selecting region, enlist, central, mid-Atlantic web. So we have Canada and we have England, France, Germany, but we don't have any data for this. Hence you don't get this data. I'll show you that practically as well. So we, in that report we had 5 regions. Here I have 3 regions actually. So just save this one and then say for example I put, like, say for example other regions, say except South North. Right. So what I'm doing is, so just try to focus here. Like, it is not like you need to answer fast, you need to answer correct. So just get to edit view. In the edit view, so just go to public objects, then filters, demo filters, and whatever I've created now. So just I place it and then try to run this report. So now just tell me how many rows I'll get for this report. Three regions, 3 rows. Hey. 3 rows, I mean, 3 rows means it, because under one region there might be multiple employees as well, right? Fine, just three regions, 18 regions or 18 rows? 3 rows, 18 rows, 3 regions. Okay, so I'm expecting someone to tell correct answer. Let's see who will tell that correct answer. As soon as we get correct answer, we'll stop. All these are incorrect. In other words, okay, 0 is correct. So whatever 0 is number is correct. Yeah, data not found or 0, perfect, correct. Those two are correct answer. The reason those two are correct basically is, now any region can be both south as well as this one. Here we have provided central, mid-Atlantic or web. So here what it does basically is, so it checks both the condition. For one row it checks south and central. So at any combination you cannot have one region satisfying both condition. A region can be either south or it can be north. Or let me do it, run this. So you don't get data because any row will not be both south and then central, north and mid-Atlantic. Whatever the combination you want to take, it doesn't work basically. So basically for which during our elementary mathematics, so instead of logical operator, instead of AND, so we had another operator called OR. So whenever it is OR, AND means this has to satisfy, this has to satisfy. But whenever it is OR, either this satisfies or this satisfies, it is going to bring the data. It is going to bring the data. So I just removed employee so that the rows, the regions, both of them will be same. So when I run this report, now what do you think will be the result? OR. All regions, yeah, perfect. So all regions you will be getting as a result. So be it south, all 5 regions here and all 3 regions, because it is going to check either this region or that region. So from that it brings all 5 and then it brings all 3. So just try to run this report and this is how you get all the 8 regions, because either this condition or that condition. So in case of AND, what is a problem why you don't get result basically is, for one single region it checks both condition. Okay, that single row has to be north and central, south or mid-Atlantic. So that will not be any time that possibility. So on that lines, so when you have that one, you need to use a OR operator. So you need to be sure on which operator you have to use for your requirement. So AND or operator. AND means both the conditions has to be met. OR means if any one condition is met, then it is going to fetch the results. It is going to fetch the result. Okay. So fine, I mean, so with that, right, so I'll just say end today's session and then we'll take that the count basically on how many people are interested for, I mean, say tomorrow's session. I mean, so tomorrow is I think Sunday for you, right? So in Hyderabad, so how many people are good and how many people have objections? So we'll just get on majority and then take a call. So I'm good to take, don't worry about me. So I'm fine to take the session. So just tell your inputs. So based on the majority, we'll get there.
No objection from class.
Okay, so they want to come from classroom. Any objections from here? People are attending online. Okay. Okay, good. So because yeah, we had like yesterday also because of slowness, fine. So we'll just try to compensate that. So tomorrow, so one second. So 7 o'clock I have one batch, 7 to 8:30. 7:30 to 9. So Tomorrow, I mean, in the classroom, right, at 8:30, is that fine with you? 8:30 a.m. or like 9 a.m. CST?
Fine, sir.
Fine. So guys, only for tomorrow, we'll have class little bit early. That is for CST, people who have joined CST, it will be 9 a.m. And then people who have joined from, I mean, there at classroom or Hyderabad, so it will be 8:30 a.m. your time. And we'll start sharp because my system, yeah, CST 9 p.m. right. So my laptop is now set. I can just start it. So I'll be starting at sharp like 8:30 a.m. your time. So just be, I mean, come at 8:20 or 8:25 so that you be in classroom by 8:30. So we'll start by 8:30 sharp. Fine. Okay, guys. Thanks all. Yeah, man. Have a great day there, and then probably good night to the persons who joined from here.